Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. I'm your host, Mike Briggs. So we celebrate what's good about Fresno, what's good about the valley, what's good about the state and the country. There's so many cool people and cool businesses out there, and we want you to know about them. Now, this next business is unique, cool, but also very important. Our guest is from Raw Farm. He's the founder of Raw Farm, Mark McAfee. Welcome, Mark.
It's good to see you, Mike. We've been doing this for years, talking together.
Maybe 10 or 15 years, possibly.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, I'm going to find out what raw milk is. I know I want it because I've studied it, because you've educated me, but I want to know where to get it, and we're going to find that out, too.
Raw milk is the first food of life for mammals. So it builds an immune system that did not exist before birth. If you think about human breast milk, that would be raw milk. Or go to reindeer or cows or sheep or goat or rate or all around the world, people have used mammals to get their raw milk because it's a whole food. It's really good for your gut and really good to build your immune system. We do this in your backyard, literally 15 minutes from here, out near Kerman.
From Fresno.
We're the world's largest raw milk dairy and creamery and brand, distributing in over 600 stores in California. And we're the top seller, number one seller. Very unique, number one seller, above pasteurized dairy products. So it's raw, unchanged, enzyme-rich, biodiverse, nutritionally dense, and fantastic to build your immune system.
It builds your immune system. Would raw milk from Fresno, where we are, be different than raw milk in Nebraska or something like that? Because
slightly, yes.
There's different things
you think about,
allergic to and stuff.
Yeah, you think about the environment the cows are in. Our cows are grazing right now. They're going to pick up all kinds of interesting things from the environment they're in, and from that, they're going to make antibodies in their milk. Right. So the raw milk is the ultimate local product. Yeah. So it's going to help you with your immune system here.
So it's especially good for people from here.
Yeah, it's really good for your, there's lots of European studies on this, but raw milk is very, very good for allergies and asthma. The raw whey protein in raw milk, which is denatured by pasteurization, the raw whey protein actually stabilizes mast cells, which are where histamines come from. So it keeps your body from having a lot of inflammation, which is really, really good because pasteurized milk is very inflammatory, and unfortunately, raw milk is very, very anti-inflammatory.
So if it's not raw milk, it's pasteurized milk.
Basically, it's A or B.
Yeah. So what is that process, pasteurization?
Pasteurization is a protocol that's developed by the FDA and the National Conference of Interstate Milk Shipments, as developed and published in the Pasteurized Milk Ordinance, the PMO. And that's a temperature heating process of time and temperature. It can be 145 degrees for 30 minutes all the way up to just 3 seconds at 220, 250 degrees. So it's a matter of killing bacteria. The side effect of that, however, is to denature all the proteins and enzymes and other goodies, the bioactives. There's thousands of bioactives found in raw milk that a baby would need to build an immune system that are destroyed in pasteurization.
When we were kids, we milked the cow and we drink the milk.
There you go.
That's what this is.
That's why you're so ornery and good looking.
I know, but that was only until I was 5 or 6.
Well, that's true, though. A lot of our fathers, grandfathers, and our ancestry grew up on farms. There were hundreds of thousands of dairies in America just 50 years ago. Now there's only 23,000 dairies, and we're losing 5 dairies a day in America and 1 dairy a week in California. It's tragic. And I support our local dairymen like crazy, but unfortunately processors are not compensating the dairymen as they should be compensated. It's really tragic.
So pretty much they're cooking out all the good stuff.
Yes.
Now, bacteria isn't always bad, right?
No, the biodiversity of bacteria found in raw milk is really, really good for you.
Good for you. Yeah.
What you don't want is pathogenic bacteria.
I see.
And we spend about $600,000 a year on testing for pathogens to make sure every batch is clear of any pathogens, like Listeria, Campylobacter, E. coli, Salmonella. So we are clear of all this before it's ever sold. So we do a lot of really extensive stuff, which makes it unusual and unique and a little more expensive.
When we were kids and we milked the cow, I don't remember rushing it to the refrigerator. Does milk have to be refrigerated, or does it last longer?
If you want to have fresh raw milk that tastes good, you would collect it from a healthy cow, very clean, then very rapidly chill it, because the bacteria would grow in that milk and make it into what we call kefir.
Right.
And kefir is delicious and wonderful, but it's more like yogurt. And so it's a fantastic. It is more intense in terms of its ability to build an immune system than raw milk, because it has a biodiversity of all kinds of different bacteria at very high levels. It's very probiotic.
Last time you were here, you brought me some kefir.
Yeah.
And the first taste was terrible. The second, but by the time I got to the end, I was craving it. Then.
It is that way.
Yeah.
Now we have several flavors. This is my favorite. It's called lemon. There's no sugar added. It has the normal lactose sugar, but the lemon zest is just wow, next level.
Now, why kefir? What would that do for us?
Well, remember that your immune system is made up of two major things in your gut microbiome. The diversity of bacteria, the different kinds of bacteria. The more broad, the more many different kinds, the better off. And the food that feed those bacteria. So the probiotics, the prebiotics, and also the postbiotics. Those three things in a good intestine is 80% of your immune system. So when you take antibiotics and highly processed foods and preservatives and sterilized foods, that's all immune compromising stuff. That suppresses your gut and also makes it very inflamed. So this is the anti-inflammatory probiotic, diverse bacteria that's easy to digest and delicious that you can make into a smoothie. Put it into a blender, add your antioxidant berries and bananas and raw egg, whatever you want in there, and some honey. Yeah. It's delicious.
What I learned from the kefir is I have to give all kinds of foods a chance because sometimes you taste a broccoli or something. I don't like that. Take it 2 or 3 times. Kefir, it's good.
Slightly sour.
Yeah.
It's a low pH of maybe 3.9 or so. But it has a long shelf life. You keep it refrigerated, it lasts for months.
Months, really?
Yeah, because it's already fermented.
And what's this, raw?
This is raw cheese. A very popular brand. This is ours, raw. And it's never been heated above body temperature. So it's retaining that same diversity of bacteria you find in raw milk, and all the enzymes, raw whey proteins, all that stuff is intact. So it's really delicious and also super, super nutritionally dense.
Good
Stuff.
There's not a lot of things you could say that about.
No, and today shelf life reigns supreme over gut life, and that's really tragic because we need to have a stronger immune system, which is all about the gut microbiome.
Now, where do you get this? Raw Farm. I wanted to say Raw Farm's on it somewhere.
Raw Farm, right there in the top.
Raw Farm, Raw Keeper.
We have a company store on the farm, which is obviously the least expensive. We'd love to have you come out there. We always have a good stash there.
Where's that, out on Belmont?
It's on Jameson Avenue, about 1.5 miles north of Manning. So 7225 South Jameson Avenue. About 15-minute drive from Fresno, or Sprouts, and we have a couple other stores in California, in Fresno, and then throughout the state of California, you go to our website rawfarmusa.com, and there's actually a zip code locator to find the 10 closest stores. Lassen's, Nuggets, Erewhon in LA, they're all over the place. We found that it's a magnet product. In fact, the stores will call us up being upset with us because we didn't deliver enough product. And they'll find a full grocery cart wheeled up to the dairy case, abandoned, because they came to the store to get the raw milk and they shot for it last and realized we didn't have it.
Now, so there's milk, there's kefir, there's cheese.
Cream, there's raw milk, kefir, cream, butter, and cheese.
How about using this as your coffee creamer?
You could. I wouldn't. I'd use the cream or the milk. This would cause a little bit of a souring of the flavor of the coffee, and I prefer more of a sweet. That would be cream or the milk in the coffee creamer, which is awesome. Yeah. And then this would be for a smoothie, to make a smoothie in a blender.
And you have butter.
And butter.
Yeah.
Incredible. Right. Very, very, very packed with. Remember, the bioactives, the good stuff, is carried on the fat globule. Well, butter's got 86% butter fat. Milk's only 4.5%, and cream is 40%. So the more fat you get with this natural raw fats, the more anti-inflammatory it is.
What about these keto, people on keto? Sounds like this would be perfect.
Fantastic.
The butter, too.
Keto, yep.
Everything.
Yep. We're having a big event on April 27th. It's called Camping with the Cows. We've already got 850 people signed up, and there's going to be over 1,100 people there. And we got some big influencers off social platforms that are going to be there. Chito Vera, the big MMA fighter.
Yeah.
He's going to be there. Right. Pretty exciting.
What's camping with the cows? You're going to actually camp out there? Or just
you bring your RV, bring your tent, bring your sleeping bag, whatever. We have an airplane runway down the middle of our farm. It's a half mile long. And we close it all down, and we have this big event. We're going to have music. It's going to be great for food. And we tour, and we talk, and we commune together, and we build campfires all the way along the entire runway. And under the stars, the music, the people, it's just awesome.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
It's a blast.
By the way, I have your website on the screen. I can't see what it is from here, but
rawfarmusa.com.
It's easy, rawfarmusa.com.
Yep.
Can they find out about that campfire?
They can.
Camping with the cows.
Camping with the cows is right there on the website right now. And sign up before all the tickets are gone.
How many cows do you have?
We're milking 1,200 right now.
They each get milked once a day, twice a day? Yeah. So you got to bring them in. You clean them a lot.
We clean them a lot. We actually wash them 3 times. And we incentivize the guys that are doing the work very, very well. They got full medical benefits and vacation and behave very, very well. And they do a great job because we give them bacteria counts back for the work that they did. And the better the bacteria counts, the higher their pay.
That's nice.
So we close that human behavior loop, and they love it.
They're invested in doing a good job.
100%.
Good, clean job.
We just started dairy number 2. It's going to be populated with some cows down in Kings County starting in May. So we're running out of milk from dairy 1. We're getting dairy number 2. And we're building our brand new creamery because that's 2 years ago our creamery burned down. So we rebuilt our creamery.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, these dairies are going out. That's too bad. They're going out of business.
We've got neighbors left and right. The Rollins Dairy, Green Valley Dairy, all these dairies are closing. And it's because milk prices are at $17 a hundredweight or even less, and they need 25 to break even.
Yeah,
It's
can't do
tragic. Sad.
Does that create a little opportunity for you? Is that where you, like Kings County, you're going into a former dairy? Or
We're going to a dairy that was open.
Yeah.
There's dairies that are open and being bulldozed all over. This is a massive opportunity in the tragedy of the loss of conventional dairy systems that are they're serving the processor, not people. We serve people, not a processor.
Now, and there's a little store on your...
Yeah, we have a store on the farm.
So you just go out Manning and you hit Jameson?
You go out Lincoln Avenue, take a McMullen Grade, take a left on Jameson. It's between McMullen Grade and Manning Avenue on Jameson Avenue.
I'm out there all the time. I'm
Yeah.
going to go by. I'm going to map it, though. Anything else you want our viewers to know?
No, I tell you what, it's great to be connected to people versus a processor, though. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, very
It's wonderful.
Good. People versus props. Sprouts?
Sprouts.
I've been meaning to get in there, so that'll give me an excuse. And I've been meaning to get out to your dairy, so that'll give me an excuse to do that,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Mark McAfee, he's the founder of Raw Farm.
Yep.
And go to rawfarmusa.com. We'll be back with more right after this.